In the previous video, we covered the theory of feature types, which taught us how to recognize numerical, categorical, date, time, and mixed variables. In this video, we'll do some practical exercise using Python and the well-known Titanic dataset. So let's dive into the Jupyter notebook and start coding. To begin, first open Windows Explorer and create a new folder for housekeeping tasks. I have named mine Feature Engineering, but you can choose any name and any folder you prefer. Once you have created a folder, open it and create a new subfolder specifically for this video. Within this subfolder, paste the titanic.csv file. Link is in the video description. This will allow you to follow along with the tutorial. We are going to open Jupyter Notebook file in this folder. Click Start and type Anaconda prompt in the search bar. If you cannot find Anaconda prompt, that means Anaconda distribution is not installed. So watch my video on installation of Anaconda distribution. That will install Python package as well. Link will be in the description and in the cards. At present, we are in the base environment and C:. So we will be working in base environment. However, if you want to create your own separate environment, you can watch my video, Important Conda commands. Link will be in the cards or in the description. For this video, we need two libraries, Pandas for analyzing our data and matplotlib for visualization. Also, we will install nvblack to format and prettify our commands. To check whether these three packages are installed in our base environment, you can type conda list to get the list of packages installed. So as I see, we have nvblack installed as well as pandas and matplotlib. So I have all the three packages installed in my PC. If you do not have them installed, you can install them by writing the command mentioned on the screen. To open Jupyter Notebook, go to Windows Explorer and copy the file path from the address bar. In Anaconda prompt, first you have to select the drive in which you have created the folder. So in my case, it is E drive. So I'll type E : and press enter. And then I will type CD space and I will paste the file path over here and press enter. So now we are in our folder where we have pasted our titanic.csv file. And here we'll open our Jupyter notebook. So let us type Jupyter notebook and press enter. So we are now into our Jupyter notebook interface, opened in web browser, where we can see our titanic.csv file. Now we will open our Jupyter notebook. So click on new button and select Python 3. So this is our Jupyter notebook. Let us first rename it by clicking on untitled and name it identifying variable types. Click rename. So now your file is renamed. First, I will write the header for what we are doing. So now we will be importing libraries and the nvblack extension. So first I will write the header. In order to make this line as a header, you can click escape and 1. So 1 stands for the biggest header. So if you want little small, you can type escape 2 and press shift enter. So now we have our header present. Let's import our libraries. Import pandas, spd, import matplotlib, .pyplot, splt, and we will load our extension of nvblack. PD is the short form for pandas. So instead of writing pandas every time, we will write PD. And similarly for matplotlib.pyplot, we will write PLT. These short forms are the global understanding between the Python community and they never change. So tomorrow, if your code is read by another developer, he can figure out wherever he sees PD as pandas. Before running this block of code, let me show you what nvblack does. So I'll create one cell below. So you can click on this button or you can type escape and B to insert cell below. So I'll just write 2 plus 2 and press shift enter. So as you can see, we have got our output as 4, but this code line does not format automatically. Let me run this cell by pressing shift enter. Now our extension of NBLACK is executed. So I'll run the second cell again and just watch out over here. This will get formatted automatically. Alright, so this is the job of NBLACK to format the code. To load the Titanic dataset, we'll type pd.read, and for auto completion you can press tab and select read underscore CSV, and in quotes you can type the name and press shift enter. So we have our Titanic dataset over here. I'll assign a variable for this data. So I'll type data equal to pd.read CSV, and I'll call the data back, and I will comment this. Commenting the code is very important because it will make you remember in the later time when you see this code, you will figure out from the comment that what you have performed in this cell. In order to see the first 5 rows, I can type data dot head and parenthesis, press shift enter, and you can see the first 5 records. Now if you don't give any number over here, the default is 5, but if you can also give 10 in case you want to see the first 10 records. So here you can see the first 10 records. Similarly, if you want to see the last 10 rows, you can type data.tail and press shift enter, so you can see the last 10 rows. And if you don't give any number over here, by default it will take 5 rows. Let us check the data type now. So I'll type checking data types and press escape 1 for markdown and press shift enter. So now we have a new heading over here. To check the data types of all the columns, you can type data.dtypes and press shift enter. So here you can see the data types of all the columns. Similarly, if you want to check the data of only one column, you can also do that by typing data, and in square brackets you can give the column name. So I'll just select embarked, press tab, it will autocomplete .dtypes. So here it is giving me O means the object data type. To create a space for writing a code, I can insert more cells over here by pressing this button, or I can type escape and B and just keep pressing B as many times I want the cells. Also you can press shift enter, that will also insert a blank cell. Now we will inspect unique values. So type inspect unique values and press escape 1 for markdown and press shift enter. So now you have a new heading over here, and first we will see the discrete variable. So as I see, SIBSP is integer, so it will be a discrete variable. So let us check that. Data square bracket under quotes SIBSP dot unique and parenthesis, press shift enter. So you can see the SIBSP column has only these values. Now let us check for continuous. So notice that fare is a continuous variable. So we can type data square brackets quotes fare dot unique parenthesis, and you can see there are so many values present in the fare column. You can restrict the output to 20 as well by giving square brackets and writing 0:20, so it will give you first 20 values like that. Now let us inspect unique values for categorical variable. So I can see embarked is a categorical variable. So let us see the unique values of embarked column. Data square brackets quotes embarked dot unique. Notice that whenever there is an auto completion, I am pressing tab button for auto completion. So here I will press shift enter. So you can see there are only 4 types of values present in embark. So S, C, there is missing values as well, and Q. Also we'll inspect one mixed variable. So we have cabin as a mixed variable. Here there are all null values. So let me just type head, and here you can see the cabin is a mixed variable. So the code will be same, data square bracket quotes cabin dot unique and parenthesis, shift enter, and you can see all the mixed variables over here. Similarly, like we did for continuous variable, here we can restrict this to 20 variables or any number of variables as you like. So let us take 20 for this example, and here you can see the first 20 values for cabin. Until now in this video, we have used pandas and have learned to identify various variable data types in Titanic dataset. Firstly, we loaded the data from a CSV file into a data frame using pandas read CSV function. Then we use pandas dtype to display the data types of variables, which can be float for continuous variable, int for integers, and object for strings. We discovered that the continuous variable fare was cast as float. The discrete variable with the column name SIBSP was cast as int, and the categorical variable with the column name embark was cast as an object. Lastly, we used unique method from pandas with a range of 0 to 20 to output the first 20 values for fare, since it has lot of distinct values. Another way to determine if a variable is continuous or discrete is by creating a histogram. So let us use matplotlib to visualize a histogram. I'll create a header by using markdown and pressing escape 1 and shift enter. First, let us make a histogram for discrete variable. So we have SIBSP as a discrete variable dot hist, which stands for histogram, and we have to assign a bin, let's say 20, and press shift enter. So as you can see, the histogram for discrete variable. Also, I'll create a histogram for continuous variable as well. So the fare column is our continuous variable. So the code will be same. So as you can see, for the discrete variable, the histogram is broken, whereas the histogram of continuous variable shows values throughout the value range. So looking at this, we can figure out whether the numerical column is continuous or discrete. Also, we will have a look at one categorical variable. And we have embarked as a categorical variable. I'll just type embarked over here and press shift enter. So you can see there are only 3 values available in embark column, that is S, C, and Q. Also, you can write the code like this as well: data embark dot values count dot plot dot bar. So this is looking better than this one. So you can use any of the code. Presenting the bar chart in an easily understandable manner, you can give some additional information like title, plotting on X label and Y label. So let us do that. So we can type plt.title, and in parentheses, in quotes, you can type embark, press shift enter, so that you can see the embark column over here. Similarly, you can type Y label, parentheses, quotes, the number of passengers. So you can see the Y label is over here. X labels comes by default. This is our column name, and this is tilted. So let us correct this as well. So plt dot x ticks, and here you can give rotation is equal to 0. So now this is in proper form. So I hope you have enjoyed watching this video. I shared some useful shortcuts for Jupyter Notebook that will make coding easier for you. I plan to continue sharing more tips and tricks in future videos, so please consider subscribing to my channel. Your support motivates me to create more content like this, and I have a lot of ideas to teach you. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.